Hey, how's everybody doing? It's Jay here with Leonidas Ventures, and we're about to bring you the first edition of Bootstrap Billionaires, where we bootstrap our way into a company. A lot of times we hear some things, specifically about making money that has to do with it takes money to make money, it takes a dollar to make a dollar. You're never going to be able to do that because nobody's going to give you the money, et cetera, et cetera. Like all of those financial things that keep us from chasing our dreams because somebody else has the keys. Right now, in a Promethean way, Lioness Ventures is trying to give the keys back to the people. So bootstrapping is one of the fastest ways to get there, and actually the cheapest. It's almost for free. The only thing you're going to spend is some time and some sweat equity. So give me a second, and I'm going to explain a little bit about what we do, a little bit about me, and then maybe some ways that you can get involved. Hopefully, on this channel, we're going to be able to give you the information that can get you there without us. But if you would like our help, getting started with us, because we believe in what we say, because we believe in this pathway so much, we do it for free. That's crazy, right? Because everybody's out here like, rocket lawyer, give us $1,600 and we'll set up your business tomorrow. But no, no, we're not going to do that. Confirmation on my phone. No. We believe in what we say. So if you want to do this and you're willing to put in the work, we will show you how to get it done for free. So that's going to lead us into our business model, because I know that you business guys are looking at me like, this guy's got to be out of his mind. How is he making money? Well, this is what we do. We either create, purchase, or turn around businesses specifically for the intention of selling it back fractionally to the employee. So we use the workforce to create the business, make it the best customer experience that we possibly can do, and make it the best cultural environment for those employees so they're happy, they're safe, they're making sure that their needs are met and their bills are getting paid. And then we make the transition from them as employees working for somebody that they can't see somewhere to actually being the owners, taking control of their lives, taking control of the business that they work in. And then the final transition is once they've put their time in and they've made enough money and they've plowed enough of their resources back into the business, now they don't have to work. Now they spend some time training their replacement, and then they collect a check. It's a beautiful system. I don't understand why the rest of the world isn't doing this, and hopefully we can change that. So again, like I said, my name's Jay, and Leonidas Ventures was kind of my idea. For those of you that know me on a personal level, you know that I've done close to 25 years in prison alone. But I've also done time in juvenile detention centers, county jails, programs. I grew up in foster care. Like, my life was living and working towards a life sentence on a layaway plan. It's crazy as that sounds. I grew up in a gang, so like that was just part of it. If you hadn't been to jail, if you hadn't done those things, nobody really trusted you. And I was all about trying to excel. But my last little stint in prison was federal, which gave me the opportunity to get involved in the thing called the therapeutic community. A therapeutic community was specifically for people with drug addictions, but I got an opportunity to see how community and social force can be leveraged to change human behavior. Not because they're being forced to change that behavior, but because they're being presented with opportunities and choices to make on their own and feeling like they had control over their lives. So they had the space, they had the time, they had the resources, everything was taken care of them, and all they had to do was just focus on them and trying to decide whether or not they wanted to be a pro-social human or an anti-social human. Those are concepts we'll get into later, but I can tell you what an anti-social person is not. They are not an introvert. Some of them happen to be introverted, but largely antisocial people tend to be more extroverted. They need people to hurt. Pro-social people, They want to help people in whatever way possible because that's what drives them. So we want to use business to focus in on the best of humanity and bring that out of them and hopefully change the minds of people that are more antisocial. I think the statistics on that, the population of humanity that is so deeply antisocial that they cannot change, even if they wanted to, is much less than 1%. It's not very much of the planet. So everyone else is kind of being affected by those social norms. And that's why we feel like business and community is the best way to change those social norms, because they bridge those gaps, those divides, those divisions, those disenfranchisements. Especially now when we work remotely or from our phones or at home or live the laptop lifestyle. The CEO of a company could live in Singapore. Most of its sales force could live in Canada. All of its tech support could live somewhere in India, Indonesia, and South Africa. You have people spread out all over the world that internalize a business culture and then take that back to their lives. And then through this process called acculturation, they pass on those social norms to the people in their circle, and then those people pass it on to their circle. And this is what fascinated me while I was in that environment and led me to think, you know what? You can't force this on people, but what is something that everybody either does every day or wants to do every day? They work. They have to pay bills, whether you do that passively or actively. And just imagine spending your entire life waking up every day to walk down to a dirty stream, get a bucket of water that you have to take back, and boil for hours to even be able to stomach, let alone be safe to drink. And then the rest of your day digging through trash piles or in the street or garbage cans because you don't have the resources to be able to feed yourself any other way. Going from that state to getting a job, becoming fractional owner of that job while you still work through those things, learn the job so well that you can teach it to somebody else and pass it on so you can change somebody else's life. And then have all that work pay off in a way that gives you the opportunity to live your life passively for the rest of it. I think that's an amazing thing. And over the course of this channel's probably series and little, tutorials and things like that, we're really going to dig into those things. We're kind of at a 120,000 foot view right now, but we're going to get into the weeds. We're going to get down there in the bushes and kind of move around. There are plenty of resources. We're working on trying to get all that stuff together for you. That way it'll be down here somewhere in the comments so you can look, and maybe up there somewhere. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I've recorded this thing so many times that when I finally get to edit it, yeah. So anyway, now you know a little bit about who we are, who I am, kind of what we do. And if you reach out, maybe you got a business idea. Maybe you work in a business that needs our help. Maybe you own a business that you would like to help change people's lives with the information and the systems that we have. And once we get going, all this stuff is going to be on our website for free. If you have it in you, if you're one of those DIYers where you just want to do it yourself, you will have all those resources at your disposal. We will help you put the pieces of the puzzle together, and you can do it all for free if you'd like. Or, if you need our help, we don't mind helping, and we do it kind of in an on-demand kind of way. No upfront cost. All it's going to take from you is just some sweat equity, some actual putting in the work into your own future. As long as you don't expect us to do it for you, we'll help you get there. And then once your business, your collective, starts to make money, then you pay us back for our effort. It's super simple. It's there's no trick there. Nobody's getting pimped. If anybody's losing in this situation, it's us on the front end. So anyway, I need to get out of here because I think we're at, hold on, let me see. We are at close to 10 minutes, and I kind of wanted to keep this thing short so I can get it out. All right, well, like I said, my name's Jay. My business is Leonidas Ventures, LLC, a subsidiary of Leonidas Holdings, and this is Bootstrap Billionaires. Yeah, that's what we got. Love you guys. Love and light.